Well, we started with 192 teams, and now we're down to 48, of which only 6 will finish the year with a state championship trophy. Regional hardware will be presented to the winners of Friday's games in Divisions 2, 4, and 6. Neutral sites for these games has yet to be determined. In Region 5, the prize will go to either Akron, Hoban, or Talmadge. This is a rare 5-6 matchup for the right to advance to the state semifinals. Between the two, Hoban and Talmadge have 7 losses on the season. Go figure. A little more predictable matchup in Region 6, where the 4 seed Medina Highland will counter the Cougars of Southview, the 2nd seed. Cougars playing in their 2nd regional finals in as many years. Region 7 features perhaps the best game of the 3rd round, regardless of division. It's 1 versus 2. DeSales against last year's state runner-ups, the Louisville Leopards, a rematch from last year's regional title tilt. Both teams 12-0. Now the team that beat Louisville last year for the D2 crown is still in contention for this year's title. The Anderson Redskins will meet Winton Woods Friday in the Region 8 championship. JJ, we've been talking about it all year, the possibility. Now it's finally come to fruition. DeSales versus Louisville.
I picked Louisville to win the state, but I think DeSales is going to win the game.
You're kidding me.
I think they're going to get revenge next week. I think they're going to be prepared. It's going to be a great game. It may even go to overtime. But I think the Stallions get their revenge against Louisville for knocking them out last year.
Wow, this is going to be a great game. We'll have to keep tabs of that next week for sure. All right, on to Division 4. And once again, all of these games being played on Friday. First up, Region 13 and last night's big game winner, Steubenville, pitted against Perry. Big Red making their 4th straight appearance in the regional finals. D4, Region 14 gives us a 4-7 matchup with the Genoa area Comets taking on and trying to tackle the Titans of Ottawa-Glandorf. Comets in the playoffs for only the 2nd time in school history. 1 and 2 in Region 15 collide on Friday. The 14th. Friday the 14th, at a stadium to be determined. It's Martins Ferry who beat Belmont against New Lexington, who tore up the Tigers of Ironton in the 2nd round. And in the highly contested Region 16, it's the defending D4 champion Coldwater Cavaliers facing the Alternites in a rematch from last year's triple overtime playoff thriller. Jerry, you believe your alma mater has the makings of a championship-type team, don't you, at this particular point in the season?
Well, I do. I think there's a couple teams, with Steubenville and Coldwater, but the thing that makes this matchup so interesting is the leagues they play in. You got the GCL champion taking on the MAC champion, 2 world-class leagues there that they play football in the state of Ohio. Neither of these teams have really been in any close ball games. I mean, Alter, I think 34-7 in Week 4 against Roger Bacon, and then no one's, I think 19 Marion Local. Coldwater beat Marion Local by 19, and no one's been close to these guys.
It's going to be a great ball game, that's for sure. And finally, for Friday, we head to Division 6, Region 21, in a classic 1-2 matchup, pairing last year's state runner-ups against this year's top-ranked team in our ONN Ohio High Power Poll, Hopewell Loudon versus Norwalk St. Paul. In Region 22, the Ada Bulldogs will battle the Blue Jays of Delta St. John's. Jays after their 5th state football championship. Region 23 and another 1 seed taking on a 2 seed, Hannibal River versus Malvern. Both teams are 12-0 heading into the regional finals. And our final for Friday comes from Region 24, and it matches Mechanicsburg against Sidney Lehman Catholic. Neither perennial playoff participant has ever won a state championship. JJ, unlike other divisions, I guess this one pretty much played out as expected, kind of leaving us with some pretty impressive pairings.
It sure did, and a lot of people were talking about the Hopewell Loudon Norwalk St. Paul matchup before the season even started, and here it is now. It's going to be one great football game.
Jerry, you like these matchups?
Well, I do. Lehman Catholic against Mechanicsburg should be a dandy. I knew Lehman Catholic was good. I didn't know, and I thought they'd beat Springfield Catholic Central. I didn't know they'd beat them 42-6, though. Great games in all 3 of those divisions.
Down to 48, guys. You ready for the next round?
I can't wait.
All right, we're getting closer to a state championship for 6 teams. We just gave you all 12 games for Friday. We'll try to pick some of the winners coming up next in our Going Streaking segment. You're watching the Grange Insurance High School Sports Site right here on ONN, Ohio's channel for high school.